Hey guys, I had an awesome message from someone helping, or not helping, but with someone with BPD, and first I was asked about my road to recovery, which actually I'm on right now. It's very in the beginning of the road. Well, it's not the beginning. I mean, it started years ago, 2 years ago, but I mean, the first year or so of even knowing you have BPD is pretty much learning all about BPD in the first place. But I mean, even when you learn, you're like, oh, I understand this, now I can work on this, and then over the next year you realize you really can't work on anything because you decide to, and then you just stop and you start and stop. And that's the problem with BPD. That's what makes it so hard to recover from, is because there's no meds for BPD. You have to be in DBT for like a good 15 years worth of recovery it takes for some people. So my road is what made me seek therapy. That was something asked. My mom had put me in and out of therapy since I was younger. I have really bad ADHD. And when did I first hear BPD? It was probably about 3 years ago. They had mentioned it. And I, of course, stopped going to that therapist, too. And what made me go there? Actually, the stuff I'm doing now was more because everything was out of control, like spiraling to the point where my downs that I kept having, I didn't realize that they were downs, like, as a part of anything. I thought that I would just keep hating myself continuously for absolutely no reason that I could think of, which turns out, I mean, that happens, but there's reasons, we just don't know them. So it kept happening. I had gone to school for like so many different things. I never could keep a job. I didn't feel the same thing for longer than hours to days at a time. And I mean, that's still now. I'm not better just because I'm making these videos. I've gotten through enough to at least own what I do and acknowledge that I need a lot of work on it, and to also know that I'm going to do everything. Learning from my mess-ups, pretty much, is what I'm going to do everything for, like, ever, and to help people overcome that, because it's so freaking hard. And if I had someone right now kicking my ass, telling me what to do, I mean, that would be great. I ask everyone to tell me what to do, what I want to eat, everything, what I want to do. What else was it? Okay, how to approach someone. If you guys are watching this because you are with someone with BPD, get ready, because it's going to be really, really, really hard. That's what, like, loving them and everything like that isn't enough. You kind of have to be willing to get almost like their human punching bag, honestly. Not a doormat, not a other... that's a recent one I've heard, I guess. Just like, you're not, it seems a lot like emotional abuse almost sometimes, or like they're careless, or they're gonna have outrages, they're gonna accuse you for things, they're gonna make you feel like shit for things that you're like, really? Like, do you not see what your half in this is? Because they'll know what they're doing when you bring it to them. But we are so hypersensitive to criticism or rejection that it's all the same to us, and like no matter what you say, we take it to heart so bad automatically that that's it. Like, we're on the defense automatically. And honestly, the first thing that's best to learn is to just shut your ears, pretty much, or your mouth. Open your ears, shut your mouth. Figure out why, if you were them, get yourself wicked sensitive and try and figure out why they're coming from where they're coming from. Like, why they're so defensive. Or even better yet, if they start to get defensive, walk away. Let them cool down, or don't leave. Like, that's just dumb, because if you leave, we get fucking pissed and tell you that, I don't know, we have instant reactions. We react emotionally out of impulse. So if we're reacting right away to any situation, chances are we're going to say a lot of things we don't mean. So if you start to see that, like for me, I always tried to, if it was like with a romantic partner, and I'm wicked stubborn to the point where I get them pissed, so then they don't want to talk, so then we're both sitting there not talking. And then, of course, for me, what makes things better is intimacy. So, because I feel like if you guys just both have sex, then that breaks the ice of everything, and then, oops, all better. Or, I mean, I would just randomly get up and be like, so you're hungry? Or I'd watch a movie and just start laughing at it. Sorry. That's what I do for myself. If I'm by myself, I'll, like, watch YouTube videos, or I'll turn on Comedy Central, and pretty much automatically I just get, I don't know, because I'm really, really good. My mood swings can be great sometimes because I forget about things in like a matter of seconds. I just can't remember why I was mad. Oh, I guess that's forgetting. Wow. I don't remember what I was talking about anymore. So, yeah, I guess that's the first step, is get yourself ready, because we're going to be freaking pissed. No, chances are, if they have BPD to the point where you're realizing it, they realize it. Especially if they don't realize it's BPD, because I knew for a long time that I just kind of hated myself. Not because of necessarily how I felt all the time, but because of how I knew I made other people feel, without meaning to. Like, especially if I was pushing them away, or, I don't know, any just traits that I have. A lot of my traits are super, super damaging, but, like, especially to myself. And that's something else you're going to learn. Or if you're not someone dealing with it, if you're the person in it, but you know you're hurting the person you're with, then you just need to take all this advice to heart, because I'm someone, definitely, who's self-sabotaged most things for myself. If it was something that I had to do, or a job I could have had, or something, I'll let all my anxieties get to me, the reasons why it's not going to work out, why I shouldn't do it, whatever, and I just won't do it. But with relationships especially, and friendships, that could have been great, I'll find reasons to, like, just keep everything at a distance, and be like, no, this is going to happen, or repeat actions, or whatever, and to where I can't make up my mind of what's down the road, like, what's going to happen, so I'm like, I don't know, I just find reasons to get out of everything. And I also lose my point all the time. But, either way, I know that there's some, bleh, what is that word? I don't know. But there's always that knot in your stomach when you have BPD. Even if I had never heard of borderline personality disorder yet, but I knew that there was traits that I always did. I actually blamed it on my mom, because a lot of the things that I hated about myself were things that she did. So I was like, I just thought it was genetic. Like, genetic that I sucked at certain things, because it wasn't part of my personality what I would, like, do towards other people, but yet I would do them. So I was like, what the I almost like I was possessed half the time or something. Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. But when I learned about BPD, so I mean, why don't you just get a bunch of information together or something and read it with them, or even go to a therapist with them if they don't already have one. Or if they do, even better, go to therapy with them. They're going to fight you for a wicked long time. Like, I finally have people in my life that are actually trying to understand borderline, which is absolutely impossible to understand because we don't even understand it, but eventually I think it gets to the point where you understand what to take to heart and what to completely let one in one ear and out the other. There's a lot of things, if you're with someone with borderline, you can't take to heart. You can't overthink it. You literally just, okay, that just happened. That's fine. Either way, she's not going to feel it in 5 seconds, so why should you? There's a lot of things you can do to make it worse. Don't instigate anything that could make them insecure, or just don't put blame or walk out during a fight. Like I said, if you're not going to let them lose their head, don't lose your head, pretty much. Always be the calm one, and then if it escalates, talk about it later. I was watching the clock on the video, so I don't remember what I was talking about again. But, did you hear what I was talking about? I don't remember. So, okay. Crap. I remember something, don't take it to heart. Yeah, just try not to take things to heart. And, crap. What else can I really say? I don't even know. Oh, okay. So, I mean, no one can understand. And then I get pissed when sometimes they'll try and be like, I understand this is your BPD. And I'll be like, bitch, no. You do not know what you're talking about. This is why I feel like this. So, first of all, don't ever tell them, like, this is why you're doing this, because no. That will never work. Just don't. Because to them, you don't know anything. They know everything. We have crystal balls. If you have BPD, you're well aware that you have it. You always know why someone's actually saying something or why they're really doing this and whatever. You have a crystal ball? You don't. But it's fine. We'll pretend like you do. I pretend like I do. It's fine. I'm right. Everyone's wrong. I'm wicked black and white in thinking. So pretty much you guys can be getting along great. And if something goes down the drain, it's all down the drain. Like, no. They will. If I get in a fight with someone, I will literally, in that moment of life, feel like I have every reason to have them out of my life forever. So if that's happening too, like the high contrasts, you can't. And if you're with someone, please understand that it's so hard. But get yourself ready and just understand it, because eventually, in the long run, if they see that they're so, like, intense and sensitive, but if they see, like, over and over, you're sticking by them through all that, they're going to see that you really do have the best intentions of helping them get through it. They're not going to see you as, how long can I push until they really fucking leave me, because I know they're gonna. And if you're the one that has it, and someone is sticking by you through all that shit, then you should probably eventually calm down. I mean, no, I know, that's... Hello, I'm with BBD and I'm telling you to calm down. Not calm down, but just try really hard to, when you have your explosions, they're gonna happen. So don't beat yourself up when they happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, you're gonna get better at your own time, and no matter what, your own time's gonna be freaking slow. Some are just slower than the rest. I could say some of us are faster than the rest, but none of us are fast. So it's gonna be wicked slow, and sometimes it takes way longer than you could ever hope for. But eventually, if you find that person to stick in your life, you're gonna beat them up for a wicked long time. But those are the people that I mean, it just takes so long for a person with borderline to get used to the fact that someone's not going anywhere. That's like the most impossible thing for them to comprehend, is that that person's actually going to be there 10 years from now. Because to us, I mean, the only people I've known for 10 years is like my family. Well, that's actually true. That's sad. Except for acquaintances, obviously. Sorry, I've probably coughed 25 million times right now. So, yeah, the pushing and pulling. I guess this video was just a start, basically, to tell you if you're going to really try and be with someone with borderline, my intro video will be advice. Get ready to get the shit kicked out of you emotionally. But, if you wear some armor, you will not take it to heart. You can't come at them accusing them of, yeah, but you have to realize you treat me like shit, because chances are they know that they're hurting you, but then that makes them more mad, so then they're like, no, I don't care, and they just won't talk to you, because what they really want to do is be like, I'm sorry, but then if they say sorry, you might start talking about it, and they don't want to talk about it, because then their walls go up again, and then they do it again. So pretty much, if it was just as easy enough for us to go up to you all the time and be like, listen, my bad, okay? And like, just smile at you, and you just give them that smile back, that's fine, that makes it easy, cool, they can do that, they can give you that. I always think that I can win these videos, and clearly I cannot. So I'm actually going to write down real topics of BPD, like all the symptoms. I'll start with the big ones first, especially that I go through, and I'll make actual videos, and I'll label the videos with that, so you'll know which ones are, well, they're all going to ramble, I'm not going to lie, but you'll know what the point of all of them is. And I promise I'll write them down, so I actually know the point. Okay, bye!